Yeah, this is the story of the albatross and the construction worker.
There was an albatross, flying high over the city, gazing down upon all it could see. Parks.
Now, an albatross is a very large bird, but not so large that that construction worker that day wasn't in the path on his 3-story building.
And that construction worker at noontime just happened to open his lunch pail. And he was looking inside the lunch pail to see what he had when
He thought to himself, I gotta give me some of that. Oh, that sandwich looks good too. And then he swooped down to try and claim his construction worker prize.
Prize of all prizes for an albatross, a grouper fish sandwich with extra tartar sauce.
Now, this particular albatross loved tartar sauce. Once upon a time, he had tasted such a delicacy and had never forgotten such an event. And
Upon tasting that tartar sauce for the first time, it became an obsession for the albatross.
And that day, that fateful day, the construction worker happened to open his lunchbox in front of such a tartar sauce-driven albatross. It was the most fateful day of his life.
For when he fed the tartar sauce to the albatross, he unlocked the hidden potential that had been suppressed within him. And so the albatross soared out above the city, trailing glory and radiant light for the people. And they all basked in its glow. And
Super Albatross was born, and a new nation arose, all through this magical tartar sauce.
The albatross flew all through the land, all through the United States, and even down into Mexico. Gazing down upon all it could see and shedding its light and its glory and its poop even.
The albatross protected the people for years to come, being a champion amongst those who were too poor and too weak to stand for themselves. The nation grew into an amazing super economy under the rule of such an enlightened being.
And they also found a great deal because in Mexico, the tartar sauce was quite a bit less.
Until the fateful day when Super Eagle appeared. And
Super Eagle was in cahoots with the construction worker who had still held a grudge after all these years for the sandwich that had been stolen.
It was actually the most delicious sandwich he ever was going to have in his entire life, and he knew that beforehand. His wife had made it for him with more love than he'd ever seen before in his life, and he waited for hours before he opened that lunchbox. And on that day, the albatross swooped down, and he swore vengeance upon him.
Super Eagle and the Tandy tartar sauce coming to a theater near you.
Good way to end it. You're on the way up. That was good.
Yeah.
Where the fuck, dude? What drugs are you on, Robbie?
I want some of those drugs, man. That's some shit right
I
there.
thought you'd say
Oh my
evil
God.